Wasn't planning on doing a little live tonight, but there's stuff jumping off right now. So figured we come together for a little bit, spend a little time together, talking about some of these things that are going on right now. Just more confirmation what the Most High is doing right now. Get a fan a little bit of time to kind of come in here real quick. I'm going to talk about Russia, Ukraine, United States, NATO, all of that. Shalom, family, shalom. Shalom, family. Good seeing you. Good seeing everybody coming in here right quick. Give everybody a chance to kind of come in here real quick. Like I said, trying to spend a little time together. Said things are popping off like crazy. Said things are popping off like crazy. It says just it's beautiful to see the Most High. You know, we don't got like a lot of time to be, you know, kind of waiting. I said when stuff pops off, we need to come together and talk, come together and share this information together. You know what I'm saying? Just spend a little time and just kind of piece, you know, get through this information, kind of, you know, parse through it, analyze a little bit, looking to see what's going on right now. It's beautiful seeing everybody coming on in here right quick. So I've seen all the preppers doing all their videos tonight, talking about the embassy being. They're telling them to evacuate the embassies and everything. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Gene. I appreciate that. You know, I said, and it's just confirmation of a video that I did probably like a month ago, maybe over a little month ago, and talking about Russia. You know, getting ready. There's going to be some big event coming on with Russia. I said it had to do with those with the eclipse. You know, that happened in last December. You know, and the way it was like in Sagittarius, and it was like a meaning that there was going to be a big event going with Russia. You know, and some people were like, "Oh, look, the end of the year happened and nothing happened." I was like I said, that wasn't even the end of the year, man. I said their end of the year. I said was, you know, we already know the new year is not in the winter, not in the dead of winter, not when everything is dead. We already know that's not the new year. We all know that already. But see, that's what happens when you try to, you know, keep on using Gentile breakdowns of information and things like that. I said they've turned everything upside down. Yeah, I've been seeing, like I said, people talking about Russia, you know, and I said this stuff is no joke. I said some people might not care, whatever else. I said, but it's a time clock. You know what I'm saying? You know, I said it's just confirmation of the things that the Most High is doing. You know, we're not going back to normal. We're not going back to their normal anymore. Now I'm not doing any call-ins right now, so I've been kind of busy with studying and bringing up all this other information. You know, I said I haven't been able to have time for the call-ins. I know that Brother Levi is still doing, I think, call-in shows. I mean, you might want to go over that way. Definitely, if you want to do the call-in thing, you know, I definitely go support him and do it. You know, he's still working on that. He's still doing that. But right now, because I haven't had a lot of time for that. Most I've got me on another mission right now. Yeah, I think this is going to get worse and worse. Definitely leading up to our real new year in March. You know what I'm saying? It is really going down. I said it's just more confirmation of the things that are, you know, that are going on right now. You know, it's definitely going down. You know, and you can tell people are like, well, you know, they're still holding out hope that, you know, things are going to calm down, but they're realizing that that's not the times that we're in. We're not in the times of calming down. We're not in the times of biding our time anymore. Well, the Gentiles are not. You know what I'm saying? You definitely feel it in the air. You can feel it in the air. You can feel it with the other nations. You can feel it even within our own nation. I said Most High is definitely doing work even in our own nation right now. The Most High is definitely doing the separating of between the Gentiles and our even within the whole Hebrew nation. Things are happening right now, and it's definitely exciting to watch the Most High work. Watching this confirmation from the Most High. Yes, definitely. I said we'll see how long this race goes. I said what it is the Most High wants. I said, but he's definitely going to be elevating his people. He's already elevating us. He's already taking us to a much higher plane. You know, beautiful. Fury Cross. You can put that in. You can definitely put that in the chat here so people can see that for themselves. They can look. They can look for that stuff right now on their own. You know what I'm saying? If you got a link or whatever else, please put it in here so people can find that information. Thank you. Thank you. Scriptures are definitely coming to life. I said, and the other nations, I said, are not able to. This is not going to be able to break down what's going on right now. I said they're seeing the after effects. They're seeing, the nations right now rising up against each other, but they still don't understand why. They don't understand why these things are happening. You know, they still haven't decided to, tell the truth. They still have not decided to figure out like who we are. They still trying to fake the funk with all that. They still thinking that they're somehow in charge, which they're not. I said they're not in charge of anything. And the Most High is confirming the fact that, I mean, does it make any sense, the things that they're doing right now? I mean, it's not making absolutely any sense right now, right? I said it's like, it's like a suicide mission. You know what I'm saying? And the people don't understand why, like, why these guys can't come together and make some kind of an agreement that's beneficial for all parties. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't come up with anything that, that's beneficial for each group. I said the Russians don't want people putting missiles right next to their border, just like the United States wouldn't want people putting missiles right next to our border. I mean, I don't know what's so difficult about, about that whole concept. But see, I said they're not in the times of, cooler heads prevailing anymore. And actually, I don't hear much from the churches. You don't hear much from them as far as trying to break things down or talk about why these things are happening. You know what I'm saying? They're still ignoring who the people are. So they're still ignoring that. Financial sanctions, yeah, right. That's gonna fix it. So financial sanctions is gonna stop all this, right? It is getting very interesting, very fast. Exactly. And I said, but like I said, hey, in the Kabbalah book, I'm gonna have to maybe put a link to that video again about it totally was talking about all these different events that coincided with these eclipses. These eclipses would happen, and whenever they happen in certain zodiac signs, would actually have an effect down here on the earth. So if it's in certain signs that would actually reference certain places on the earth, then that place would have some kind of a huge event. I said there would be some kind of a huge event, but it would all correlate with things that were like eclipses that were happening in certain parts of the zodiac. I said, and the thing is that I don't know if you guys have heard of the solar man, but our bodies are actually in tune with the zodiac as well. And the certain parts of your body are connected in threes. So actually, like if something happens like with your feet are cold, it'll affect like your stomach and like your chest. But it all has to go back to this whole concept of like the solar man and how our bodies are actually connected to the zodiacs as well. And see, this is like a lot of this information that our people had before, and then it would be considered magic because they would be able to figure out all these different things in your body, and they would figure out how they were all interconnected. And this would all be information that the Most High had given to our people. This is information, again, of course, that they've taken and hidden from us. And they've been, they've been passing it back and forth between themselves and leaving us out of the loop, making it seem as if somehow it's their information. But we know in actuality, it's ours. And we were the ones that were using it. And I mean, just like all these things in nature, like animals knowing, like if a certain animal got poisoned, like they would know innately which leaves or which herbs they could eat. These animals would do this in order to counteract the poison. If they would have certain kinds of ailments, these animals would know which kinds of herbs to eat or to rub on their bodies in order to heal themselves. And actually, our people learned a lot of this by observing different animals and the things that they would eat, things that they would do. That's how we would learn, which kinds of attributes certain plants would have and certain things we could actually use plants for. You see, so as I said, there's a whole lot more going on as far as like us as a people than what meets the eye. Exactly, ancient garden. Dogs will eat grass, and I mean, like I said, there's certain things that the Most High is going to give back to us that we had before, certain understanding that we had before that has been taken away from us. Gematria is ours, our language, and how our language and but English is a total opposite of Hebrew. How the way that we like in that video I shared I think last night about the whole how we spell words out phonetically, and that's actually how we cast spells on ourselves through the language that we've been given. And in this whole English is like a language of commerce. So like I said, I mean, like this information. I said I'll be dropping more information and bringing more information out. I said, but it's amazing to watch how like in that Manly P. Hall book, that like whole encyclopedia of information, and they just attributed all this stuff to the Greeks. Like it's like they want to be able to share this information. They want to be able to share this information with the world, but they don't want to let people know where they're getting this information from. So when you sit there and you look at them giving it to Pliny and El Natural and his supposedly the first encyclopedia, we got all that information from us, talking about all these pages on just Pythagoras and his mathematical equations, how he figured all this stuff out. We know they got all that stuff from us. The whole stuff with the zodiacs, how they supposedly the Greeks and they figured out all this stuff. Yeah, we know you guys want to share like this information, and you guys are like trying so hard to make it seem as if you guys are the ones that came up with all this. Cursive, exactly. You said once you know what to look for, spelling, cursive, I said you start to figure out all these things that we've been, putting spells on ourselves that they've given us. And we thought, we're being good citizens and doing things that we've been told. But ultimately, we've been cursing ourselves. Hippocrates, exactly. Father of medicine, exactly. There's another guy like Permisculus, something like that. And they always talk about him as far as like with these herbs and all these different like ways of like self-healing and making it, just giving it exactly, and giving these guys all this credit. And what's amazing to me is that there's all this information coming out that's exposing the Gentiles, right? All this information exposing the things that they've taken from us, that they've stolen from us. And Israel isn't talking about the things that the other nations have done to us. Israel, some people in Israel, are more concerned with what Israel's is doing, what Israel is searching for knowledge. Like that seems to be the topic of discussion, right? Attacking Israel, but then giving the Gentiles a pass. It's just absolutely amazing to see how Israel is supposedly the worst of the worst, but Gentiles and who've actually done all these things to us, they all get a pass. Is that amazing? You would think that Big Judah has been here for thousands of years, lying to you about absolutely everything, that I'm the one who's pretty much stolen all of your history, and that I'm the one who's given, this history to another people, and that I'm the one that's responsible for all the ailments of our nation, and that I'm the one that's, the only one that's done anything bad, and, and I'm just the worst thing ever. But you know who would actually think that? You know who actually really are the ones that probably think that? Are we Gentiles, right? Because Gentiles are the ones that are being exposed, right? So it makes much more sense that, like, Gentiles would be upset, not people of our own nation. But it's just kind of crazy. I think that I think what they always do, what they've always done, is they've used people like us to say the things that they want to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, trust me, the Gentiles want to be able to come out here and say all the things, all these things to us, but they know that they can't. So what are they going to do? They're going to try to find someone that, looks like us, that can come out here and say all the things that they've been wanting to say to us for such a long time. You know what I'm saying? All the things that they want to say to us. Exactly, using proxies, you know what I'm saying? Crazy. Just checking out some of these comments here. War drums are definitely going off right now, you know. Definitely can't hide the truth. You know what I'm saying? Definitely can't hide the truth. We're definitely so blessed to be living in these times right now. Definitely. Of course, Stephanie Marshall, do you feel like all this information can be somewhat overwhelming? I do, of course. Of course, we've been going for hundreds and hundreds of years with all of our information being hidden from us, So definitely the information can be, overwhelming. But, ultimately, I said it's up to the Most High to give us the capacity to be able to, ingest this information and work on it, and pretty much apply it. And that's how it is at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to pray to the Most High. We got to have the Holy Spirit in order to give us the capacity to be able to, you know, get this information, internalize it, use it, watch how, it actually applies to us. And we're definitely at a new age. It is definitely overwhelming. It is a lot. Now you understand like why the other nations have kept it so that we don't actually start to study and chase after our information because they've done a lot to hide all of our information, and it's a whole lot of information. Remember now, so they've taken this information of ours and they've applied it. I mean, they pretty much applied it to all these other nations. So you just imagine the vastness of the information that we have. You know what I mean? I said, so they've taken a bunch of this information and said, oh, no, that's not yours. This is, this is the East Indians information. This is Chinese information. This is, Romans information. This is the Greek information. They've given it to absolutely everybody. Oh, this isn't your land. This is these Native Americans, stuff. And they left us with absolutely nothing. Left us with absolutely nothing. But see, now you're watching and you're seeing how the Most High is giving us back more of our understanding. He's blessing us with a lot more of this understanding so that, we can't be fooled so much by the other nations anymore. Well, definitely, you start looking at Russia. I mean, I said the United States is now telling its people in the embassies to pretty much get out. I heard there was some travel advisory pretty much saying don't travel to the Ukraine, right? So things are getting ready to start jumping off and popping. I said, but this is all part of prophecy. I said, if you remember, like I said, the eclipse. And it was talking about how I want to say it was in Sagittarius, and it pretty much was saying that there was going to be a huge event with Russia. We all understand that. I said the United States has started to. I want to say yesterday they dropped off like 200,000 pounds of weapons and ammunition or whatever into the Ukraine. That was the first shipment, and then today there was another shipment of like I don't know however much more weapons and ammunition. And yesterday it said something about a plane, possibly the cargo plane that was actually bringing all that all the weapons and ammunition had disappeared off of the radar, but you haven't heard anything about it because it was flying into like Belarus and Russian airspace. I'm looking at, like I said, a lot of the prepper guys that I subscribe to and check out, subscribe to their channels, and they're going live and they're talking about a lot of this information. But I figured, I think it'd be best for us to kind of go do a live real quick and talk about it from the Hebrew perspective, the Hebrew Israelite perspective, because you know what, you're gonna have, just like always, you have two churches. You have the priesthood of Mahan, you have the priesthood of the Most High, and that works definitely with the religious information. But in order to get even with current events, you need to have that same perspective. You still got to have the same perspective. You still got to have the Hebrew Israelite perspective, as well as the Gentile breakdown of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're only concentrating, where we're going to get from the Gentiles. Oh yeah, well there's a war right now. I said, this thing's going on right now. I said, but things are gonna work out. It's okay. I got my preps. I'm good to go. And as soon as all this stuff dies down and you guys all die, I'll be okay because I got all my stuff prepped up. And as soon as the nuclear war happens, I know how to survive a nuclear war. So therefore, I'll be the only ones alive, and we'll be able to go ahead and start brand new once we get all these niggas up out of here. That's pretty much how they be thinking. They're not saying anything about this being part of prophecy. They're not saying anything about, hey, this is payback. The Most High is bringing judgment to the world. They're not saying anything of that. Or if they do say that, they're going to say, well, there's judgment coming, but it's okay because I believe in white Jesus, and I'm going to get raptured up out of here. Have fun, niggas. You guys go ahead and deal with all the shit that we caused. We're going to get up out of here, but you get to deal with it. That's pretty much what you're going to get from them. I got my preps. I got my bug out bag. I got my bug out location. I'm good to go. Screw the rest of you. Because you haven't said yes to white Jesus. But see, we're telling you guys that all this is happening. Everything is falling apart because you have come to the end of your blessing. I watch the New York Prepper. He's pretty good. And Off-Grid Desert Prepper with Paul and Adrian. They're really good. I like them. You even get your little Jesus breakdown at the end of every single video, and you get your opportunity to repent and come back to white Jesus, and he's going to save you. You get that at the end of every video too. Same thing, but hey, it's cool. Whatever. They have to have some kind. They have to have something that gives them some kind of hope, because they're not going to listen to us. It's finished. It's a wrap. I said, you guys have had all this time to, embrace the truth. We've been here now for years telling you guys the truth. Most High has raised up his people. We've been giving you guys information, and you guys have just pretty much, you think that you can just ignore us, ignore this information, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we're doing our job. Our job is to bring this information to you. What you do with it, if you accept it or not, that's not my problem. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be your problem when you got to go to the Most High. And then he says, well, why didn't you listen to the people we sent you? Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, you knew. Because you knew exactly you're listening to his channels. You're listening to my people's channels. You're listening to what they had to say. But because you still thought you were somehow in a position of authority that you could just ignore them, even though did you fact check them? Did you look to see if the stuff they were saying was actually true? You know what I'm saying? You just ignoring us is not going to absolve you from responsibility. You've not been able to improve any of the stuff that we've been bringing out wrong. I said, we talk about the Greeks and all the stuff that you guys have stolen from our people and attributed to the Greeks. You guys know damn well that those people did not come up with all that information. Says, you know damn well that the Greeks did not come up with this information. And something that Brother D'Angelo said in his live today, I enjoyed listening to that this morning. Um, Something he said was so true, and I know this already. I had talked about this in the videos before. I said the other nations know exactly what they did. The other nations know about the fact that they stole this country, the fact that they murdered millions of natives. They know that they've stolen information. They all know that. And see, like, the only people that are new to this are the Israelites. The Israelites are the ones who are new to this information. I said, they know. I said, we were the ones who were forced to forget everything. I said, we were the ones that were forced to, leave and well, forget our heritage. Most I didn't say the whole world was destroyed for lack of knowledge. The Israelites were destroyed for lack of knowledge. Said, so when we're getting this knowledge back, it isn't like the whole world didn't have this knowledge. Okay? I said, we were the ones who have been destroyed for lack of knowledge. So they're doing their damnedest to make sure that we don't get our knowledge back. You see what I'm saying? I was like, so it's not about, and I totally agree with him. Okay, he said that Brother D'Angelo was saying about how the old lady was talking about how they did the natives wrong and how they stole this land. I was like, and how he was able to, break some things down to her, and she was just so surprised, that probably, a black dude, dreads, last person she's expecting to get some knowledge out of, probably knows way more about what she's talking about than probably she does. But see, that's what happens when the Most High has us out here, living life, going through the grind. We get exposed to having to deal with different nations and different people. And we have the opportunity to share the good news, share the truth with other people. You see what I'm saying? Like, we're not always around like-minded, same thinking individuals. That's how my life is all the time. I'm around people all the time that don't agree with the things that I say. I said, but that's how the Most High uses me. He uses all of us, right? We're all around people that don't know the truth. And we are that light, amongst all these different people that are around us. You know what I'm saying? So we get used all the time. And like I said, they stole our history, they stole our land, and I said it's much deeper than just, oh yeah, we killed the Native Americans. Oh well, and now we gave them some casinos, and now we're all good. Well, hold on, those weren't the natives that you killed. I said maybe some of them, yeah, some of them. I said, but those natives need to, if they're the real people, they're going to admit the fact that us so-called African Americans are natives. We're the Aborigines. We were the ones that were here first. So it's like, when I talk to a lot of Gentiles, it's like, they know a little bit, but they don't know all of it. And see, it's our job to, hey, we're gonna take you that next step, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you all might want to say hundreds of thousands of natives. We're gonna say, no. You killed hundreds of millions of natives. And not only let's take it to the next step. Not only did you kill hundreds of millions of natives, you didn't kill them all. You ended up stealing their identity, changing their identity, calling us now African Americans. You pretty much put us in slavery on our own land. And, you were actually fulfilling prophecy. You were bringing the revelation, the pale horse, to our people over here. And just take another step further. Now that you're seeing all these things happening to your nation and it's falling apart, that's all part of prophecy too. You see, that's why we get used to take this awakening further. All those Greeks that you love so much, the Greeks that you've given all this power to, and you've given all this notoriety to, and you held them up in such high regard. Yeah, we're going to destroy that myth too. We're going to destroy that myth too, that you've been sleeping, keeps you very prideful, because you think that the Greeks brought society and they brought, civilization to the world, and the Romans. Yeah, we're going to destroy that too. You see what I'm saying? And so it's not just, oh, so-called African Americans are Israelites. So we're gonna bring that truth, but we're also gonna destroy the lies that you guys have set up. But see, that's where a lot of Hebrews stop. They continue on in the game. They continue on with trying to have arguments on their terms. They still want to have arguments that let me show you what this means in the Greek. Let me get this meaning in the Hebrew. Let's get this in the. I said you're still fighting their game. You're still playing their game on their court. You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. We're not going to waste our time with that. I said, you're going to have to prove to me that these Greeks had this information from jump. If you can't prove that to me, then I'm not going to waste my time going back and forth with the Hebrew and the Greek and what was the meaning, original meaning of this, and I'm not wasting my time on that. I said, oh, you can miss me with all that. That's just another opportunity for you to waste my time, and I don't go and get my other books and start getting more knowledge and understanding. They were saying something about Biden possibly sending a bunch of troops secretly over there as well. So like I said, there's stuff going on that we're not being told. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of stuff going on over there that we're not being told. And ultimately we know that, like I said, that's the Most High who's doing all this stuff over there. The Most High is bringing all the pain over there, and and here as well. And like I said, and the big thing that the enemy does is, like I said, they find some proxy, they find somebody to be able to say things that they want to say to us. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you would think that the Hebrews are the worst of the worst, that we're the ones that have done all these horrible things to our people, because we get attacked more than the abominable church. I said, last time I checked, the abominable church is the one that has destroyed our people, not Big Judah. Last time I checked, the abominable church has been fulfilling all these last day prophecies, destroying our people for the last few thousand years. You see what I'm saying? But the abominable church doesn't want you to concentrate on that. So like usual, they always try to get Israel to go back and forth and fight and argue within themselves. And I said, I'm not wasting my time with that. I said, because I know this game, right? We've seen this game over and over again. We've seen these games over and over again. I said, I'm chasing after the Father. I said, and that's what we're going to keep on doing as long as the Most High has us here doing that. We're going to keep chasing the Father. And like I said, now that you're starting to see the Most High, he's pulling their card worldwide now. So he's pulling their card worldwide. They're gonna fight. The Most High is gonna make them fight. You see what I'm saying? Most High is gonna make them fight. Just like he used other nations always to destroy our enemies. Sometimes, so I say always, sometimes to destroy each other. I said that looks like what's about to happen right now. I said, you see all these events that are just, they keep on having these meetings. It's funny. It's like, hey, bro, how many times is the NATO going to punk you? How many times is NATO going to say, yeah, man, I know you want these guarantees. Hell no, you ain't getting those guarantees. You keep on asking me the same thing, I'm going to keep on telling you, hell no, you're not getting these guarantees. Oh, you want to ask me again next week? You want this stuff in writing? Okay, I'll patronize you. Yeah, we'll have meetings next week. But you already know what the answer is going to be, right? Hell no, I'm not going to give you the guarantees you want. Over and over again. And then you hear, these people who's making these videos, these preppers. Well, hopefully, they can figure something out so that things will get better. And hopefully, cooler heads will prevail. They're going to meet next week. And I'm sure things are going to, maybe cooler heads will prevail. No, they're not going to prevail, man. I said, our Father is putting it in their minds that this is it. There's nothing to go back to. What do you guys expect? What do you guys expect to go back to? That's what I want to know. What normal do you guys think is going to? How do you guys think they're going to go back to normal? I said they're now telling people to evacuate the embassies now. Telling them get your stuff and get the hell up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I said, so they know something's coming. Russia's, putting equipment left and right. They're moving up into Belarus. They put the S-400s up there, and they got like, I heard the prepper, the off-grid desert prepper. He's like, man, hold on, they got all these like advanced missiles up here in Russia. They got the most advanced systems. Like, they have the S-400, and I know they also have like an S-500, and we still got the Patriot missile system. He said, that was like 40 years old. He goes, what the hell are we doing? We're spending $750 trillion a year on our military, and we got 40-year-old Patriot missile systems. What the hell are we doing with our money? You could tell he sounded pissed. I was like, you think they've been spending all that money on their military? Nah, buddy, nah. They spend it on other stuff. He's like, well, do we have bases on Mars or on the moon? And God knows what they have, man, but they're not spending it on the military. They must be spending it on something else. Definitely. Final stage, I said, and it would make sense. The more that we get this truth out here, the more information that we get out to the nations gives them, it makes it so that things are going to have to happen. I said, because really, once the Most High gives them all, he gave us all warnings, right? He gave us a warning. He gave his people a warning. Hey, you keep on messing up, I'm bringing them white boys over here and they're going to destroy you. You keep on messing up, you keep on listening to me, watch what's going to happen. You keep on messing up, look what's going to happen. I'm going to bring Christopher Columbus back over here and them Spaniards over here, and they're going to destroy you. You keep on not listening to me, and look what's going to happen. Most High warned us over and over again. And our people, yeah, right. We're your chosen people. You ain't going to do that to us. You ain't going to do that. Man, you love us. What are you talking about, Most High? We can mess up. You know what? You're going to be cool with us. You're going to be okay. You're not going to do that to us. You wouldn't do that to your own people. You love us too much. You wouldn't do that to us. Most High would be like, okay, all right. You keep on not listening. You see what happens. You keep on ignoring what I tell you to do and see what happens. And then they showed up. And we was like, I guess he wasn't playing. I guess he was telling the truth. Because Moctezuma, he told the people, hey, Most High's bringing them. There's nothing they hear. There's nothing we can do now. And people were just, they stayed home. They didn't do nothing. I said, they were depressed. They was going through their minds, thinking about their kids, thinking of the stuff they were going to have to endure because we didn't listen to the Father. But he warned us over and over again, and we didn't listen. We didn't listen, right? So now, they weren't getting any warnings from their churches. They weren't getting any warnings from their people. So the Most High raised us up. He's raised up his people. And we've been telling you. We've been warning you. We've been telling you, look, we messed up. Look at what happened to us. We didn't think that the Most High was going to destroy us like this. We're his children. He wouldn't do that. Yeah, well, you see how messed up we are, right? You see how we fight over every little thing. You see how we can't get along. You see, even at this end, even in this truth, we still are fighting and can't get along. We still can't come together. I said, that's all part of that, the other nations were used to screw our minds up, offering us dainties in order to go against our own people. Using Israelites to go against one another. Using other Israelites to be able to say the things that they want to tell us, that they want to say, using other Israelites to, to do that, to do their bidding. But we've been now, like everybody say, as we start to produce more good fruits, he starts sweeping off the land. Well, what do you think those good fruits were? Telling you guys the truth, bringing out this truth, giving you this understanding, giving you an understanding that you cannot refute. Most High has been using us to warn you. Most High has been using us to show you that what happened to us is going to happen to you. You don't want to believe it, but that's okay, because we didn't want to believe it either. But we've been telling you that this is what's going to happen. Now, you see your whole society collapsing, and you still are like, we can get through this. We can make it through this. See, you're not going to be able to destroy us again and have us build up your kingdom. That's the only reason your kingdom was so great, was because you destroyed us, well, our father destroyed us, and you used us to build up your kingdom. That's not an option anymore. Destroying our people, enslaving us again, and using us to build up your kingdom again, that's not an option. That's not going to happen. The only reason it happened the first time was because we messed up and we got cursed. We're coming out of the curses. So if you have ideas of, re-enslaving our people, or the people again, and putting us back into slavery, and destroying our minds once again, that's not going to happen. That's not what's going to happen. That's not how this playbook's going to be worked out. I said, so if those are your plans, I said that's the only reason that you guys were so great in the first place, was because the Most High destroyed us. Now, the Most High has raised up His people to warn you, because I said you were not going to receive any of these warnings from your people. So now that's why the Most High said He's going to raise up His own people. He's going to give His own pastors. He's going to raise up His own people, and we're going to be the ones that are going to warn our people, and we're the ones that are warning your people. So that's why when you look at these, this whole breakdowns of all these things going on in Russia, you're going to get the breakdown from your oppressor point of view, which is, well, yeah, things are bad, but you know what? America always wins. Everything's always going to work out for America because we're America. Everything always works out for us. Well, and even if it doesn't, just say white Jesus and you're going to go to heaven. That's what you've been getting. That's what you've been getting. But see, that's why this awakening is not just about religious books. It's about history. It's about, math. It's about science. It's about many different aspects of who we are as a people. And prophecy. Prophecy revolves around us, as much as you guys don't want to seem to believe that. Russians are also evacuating their embassies, exactly. I said, we are the key to prophecy. See, you're not going to get that from the preppers, and you're not going to get that from the churches as well. All they try to do is, I did see some of that Perry Stone video that he talked about, and it's funny how they always try to, use the church to actually take our place, in many of the prophecies. Well, this happened to Israel, so now let's look at what's happening today in the church. This happened to Israel, but let's look how this goes with the church. Guys, you guys in the church have nothing to do with this. You guys have nothing to do with the fulfillment of prophecy. The fulfillment of prophecy has to deal with, back then, it was about the Most High's chosen people, and today, it's still about the Most High's chosen people. Prophecy, the things that you're seeing happening all around you, is all because the Most High is working to release the Most High's chosen people and to restore His people, our lands, our information, our way of life, absolutely everything. It has nothing to do with the Gentiles getting a pass. The ones that are going to receive some mercy are the ones that are going to cleave to the Most High and going to cleave to the Most High's chosen people. That's how the Most High set this up. So the Most High has raised us up to tell you how this is going to go down. Your pastors ain't going to tell you. They're not even telling you much of anything anymore. They're keeping it on. They're keeping everything hush hush and on the down low. Because trust me, they know what's going on. They know that it's payback time. They know that the Most High ain't playing. And they know that things are not going to get better. And they know that things are going to get nothing but worse. He's restoring His children, exactly. And I said, He's not just restoring us with a couple of religious books, and that's it. Many people are still playing church, exactly. Still thinking that if you get some kind of monetary gains, that somehow you're being blessed. I said, that was what the Christian church taught. The Christian church taught that if you're doing well financially, that you're getting blessed. Yeah, you're getting blessed by Satan. You're not getting blessed by the Most High. I said, if you're making money, I said, that sounds like a rapper, right? Oh man, I'm doing great. I got this nice house, I got this nice car. Shoot, man, I'm blessed. I said, I didn't think that monetary gains were blessings from the Most High. I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess, I mean, at times, but I don't know. It looks like last time I checked, everything here is ours. So see, I'm not going to be happy with just trinkets given to me by, or little dainties by the enemy, when I know that everything here is ours. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everything. I mean, we want everything back. We don't want what little things you guys want to give me. I don't want a car. I don't want a house. That's not what I want. I want the Most High to give us everything that we had before. We had this whole continent. We had other continents. We had other places. I said, I want the Most High to give us everything back. Trying to give me something that's already mine. Yeah, but what the hell? Come on now, man. That's not how this is going to work. They said, we want everything back. Yeah, you funny, bro. Okay. I mean, that's me. Maybe I'm greedy like that, but I mean, I think most of us here are pretty greedy. I think all of us want everything back, right? Like I'm not. I don't want what little things that the Gentiles want to try to give me to make me think like I've accomplished something. I said I want everything back. So I think all of us here. I say all of us want everything back. Like I said, it's nothing. See, and that's the thing. I think our whole mindset is all this screwed up. Is like, if they give us, if they just acknowledge that we're Israel, we should be happy. No. I said, no. No. I said, that's. Well, do you think that's enough repentance? Is it just admitting who we are? No. I said, our Father gave us everything. So I'm gonna hold out for the Father to give me everything back. When we left Egypt, we just, nah, man, we give me that. I want that. I want that. I want that. I'm taking all that with me. You know what I'm saying? We worked there for 400 years, or we were here for however many years. We weren't there for 400 years that time. So we were here for how much free labor you guys got? We taking as much as we can get. Hey, we're gonna try to take everything we can. Just snatching everything. You're not stealing it. You're taking your stuff back. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I said, y'all enjoyed all my shit now for the last few decades. I want my stuff back. And I said, like I said, I'm greedy like that. I'm holding out for my Father. He knows exactly what I deserve. He knows what you deserve. He knows what he's gonna give you. And I said, I'm gonna wait for my daddy to come back here and tell me what it is that I'm gonna get. I'm not gonna wait for some Gentile to be out telling me, well, I'll give you this if you do this for me. Nah, it's not a negotiation. So we're not negotiating. Exactly. I want our history back. I want our traditions back. I want my people back. I want our women back. I want our children back. I want everything back. But like I said, maybe I'm just greedy like that. I don't know. I want my jubilees back. I want my time to be able to, on my years long, chance to actually relax and spend my time with my family, spend my time with my people, spend my time with my power. I want my land to rest. You know what I'm saying? I said, I want our traditions back. That's what I want back. I'm not here to just, get whatever little bit they want to say. Oh, okay, I'll give you a 3-day weekend. No, I don't want no damn 3-day weekend. But like I said, now you see why prophecy is working out the way that it is. Now you see why the other nations are turning on each other. They were already talking about how when it goes down, they were saying they were saying it pretty much like when things start to go down, when like Russia goes in, that means that China can go and possibly go take Taiwan. Means that possibly Iran and Ish can go get it on. Talking about how North Korea could go in and go after South Korea. You know what I'm saying? I said, so it's like they talking about everything going to hell real quick. Everything going to hell real quick. Exactly, not being forced to follow your guys' holidays, any of that kind of stuff. I want them books back. I want the paintings back. I want the land back. You know what I'm saying? I said I want, because all that. So like I said, so yeah, so like I said, it's just wanted to spend some time to get with the family tonight. There's a train going off over here back here. So we were destroyed. I have no idea why y'all seem to think that y'all can't be destroyed. You know, I said y'all still destroying us, not admitting nothing, thinking as if somehow you guys get a pass. I said you guys don't get a pass. That's why we're here, to let you know. That's why we've been raised up, to let you guys know that you're not getting a pass. Most High is not going anywhere. He not skipping you over you guys, and you guys get raptured up out of here, so we can go through another 7 years of tribulation while you guys are up in heaven looking down on us. I said that's not how this is going to go down. That's not how this is going to go down. It's absolutely beautiful to watch how the Most High is working. You know, he said that he announced it in the skies. He announced it not this last December, but like 12 months ago, 13 months ago. He announced it back then that there's going to be a huge event with Russia, and that eclipse. You know, I said that was already, that was in our Kabbalah. It was that Kabbalah that was talking about like the numbers. Like I said, I've done a video on that already before. I said all that stuff was already written. All our whole story is written in the stars, written in the zodiacs. And like I said, our bodies is actually all connected with the zodiacs as well. It's a whole like solar man. You know, I don't know how many of you guys have heard about that before, but the whole solar man and how our different parts of our body is representative of different parts of the zodiac. Let's see if I can remember it. I want to say it was the head is Aries, the throat, Taurus, the chest is Cancer, the heart would be Leo, the like bowels is like Virgo, the back, the buttocks and the thighs is Libra, the private area is Scorpio, Sagittarius would be like the thigh area, the knees is going to be, whatchamacallit, I forgot what that one is. And then, hold on, the knees, cap. And hold on. Shins, going to be Aquarius. Capricorn is the knees. Capricorn's the knees. The shin's going to be Aquarius. And the toes is Pisces. And all of that all works together with the whole solar man. I'm not sure if you guys have heard about that before, but like I said, we'll get into that too. But that's also some of our Pisces is definitely the feet, you know. And it kind of crazy if you think about like the whole Pisces thing and being the feet, because then if you think of the actual statue of Daniel and the feet actually being the clay mixed with the iron, Rome coming over here, mixing with the people here. But that was actually during the time of Pisces, right? And then at the end of Pisces, what comes? That huge rock comes and destroys the statue. That, you know, so we get in and we're just finishing up Pisces and we're going into Aquarius. So, you know, actually the feet being representative of Pisces goes along with Daniel and the statue of Nebuchadnezzar and his dream. Kabal Shem, exactly, right? I said, so like I said, that all goes back to the solar man and different parts of the zodiac actually affecting different parts of your body and how things all work. I mean, like I said, this stuff is so deep. So deep. Definitely Capricorn is the knees, you know. Like I said, this stuff, and you're not, this is stuff that, don't look at that. Don't look at that. That's all witchcraft. That's this, that's that. I said, this is all stuff that's all been, you know, that it plays parts. It plays into our bodies and how our bodies function. And actually, even like the 7 holes in your body or in your face matches with the 7 planets as well. I say that all plays, like, that's all part of it too. Let's see. Let me see if it's Jupiter this ear, Saturn over here. Your right eye is like the sun, left eye is the moon. Your nostrils is a right one is Mars, left one is Venus, and the mouth is Mercury. Like all this stuff, it all matches with the planets. I said, but this is all information that we had originally that was all taken away from us, and then it's attributed to every other nation but us. You know what I'm saying? Just like the chakras. Oh, that's all the East Indians. No, it's not, man. No, it's not. I'm sure you got that from the Brahmins, and we know the Brahmins goes with Abraham. I'm sure he brought that to them too. Like I said, all these things that you guys have taken away from us and given to everybody else. As I said, the solar man, I think going back to Adam. I said all these things, all this information, and all this stuff taken away from us, and give attributed to other people. But Israel won't talk about that. Israel's just going to talk about how just going to fight with Israel all the time, as opposed to talking about the nations who have taken all of our information from us and given it to everybody else. Like the ley lines, but that's okay. Like I said, we know better. We know the game. We know what's going on. So we're gonna keep chasing after the Most High, chasing after the Father. That's what we're gonna do, and we're not gonna let other people stop us, even if that's what they're being set up to be. Set up to just be distractions, and so be it. They'll just be a distraction. But we're gonna continue with what we do, and we're not gonna let other people dictate what we're doing or try to mess with what we're doing over here. Like I said, that solar man is one thing, the 7 holes in your head, and connecting with the 7 planets. I said all that stuff did not come up from the Gentiles. The Gentiles did not come up with any of this information. This stuff was the information that we had, and that's what made us. That's what made us, like I said, like the magicians that they would say. You know what I'm saying? I said because, hold on quick. They wanted to call us magicians. I said because we had all this knowledge and all this understanding. Exactly. Celestials, exactly. We definitely got to connect with all of that once again. Most High's going to give all of that back to us, and He's already in the process of giving us all this information and all this understanding once again. And it's an absolutely wonderful time to be alive, and it's wonderful to see the things that He's doing. And like I said, we're seeing all these other nations. I said, hey, they're going to give their breakdowns of what's going on. So I think it's best for us to come together and share this information and share the true understanding, so that, hey, when they're done looking at the preppers and then this video pops up, so they're going to press play, and they're going to see things they're going to see it from a totally different perspective. They're going to see things from the oppressed perspective. They get 99% of the stuff they get is from the oppressors perspective. But how often do they get a chance to actually see things from the oppressed people of the Most High's perspective? Very, very rarely, because even the people that look like us, most of them still teach, have their understanding, and the things that they teach, they still teach from the oppressor's perspective. That, it's been okay that you guys have destroyed us. You don't worry about having to pay for any of that. That's okay that you guys have been killing us, raping, robbing, murdering us, and stealing all of our information. That's okay. Most High will forgive you, and we'll all go to heaven together. You don't have to worry about paying for any of that. That's that whole, oppressor's perspective, that they never have to pay. We're not going to tell you that. We're going to let you know the truth. Yes, not sorry. You are going to have to pay for all that. If you want some mercy, you can cleave to our power, and you can cleave to the Most High's chosen people. I said, sorry, not sorry. I'm not sorry that that's happening. I said because you don't care that we had to go through any of this kind of stuff. But it's beautiful speaking with everyone. I'm sure we'll probably get together again soon. I said, because I'm sure by the time I fall asleep tonight and wake up tomorrow morning, something else is going to jump off, and we're probably going to have to come together and spend some more time together as well. So all praise to the Most High Yahweh. An acknowledgement to the earthly mother, who is wisdom, who is the Holy Spirit. Acknowledgement to Yahweh Shai. Shalom, family.